Hi Gemini, welcome to Seven Waters Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing your energy reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Today I'm going to be doing an energy read, and as I was waiting for my other videos to upload, I decided to kind of jump ahead and and get into your energy a little bit. I was really curious, and boom, like I'm completely shocked and very surprised. I can't wait to dive into this because this is super interesting. I am seeing some people on the board here that I did not expect to see. So with that being said, I don't know if you can add my, yes. I have my sage burning. Anyway, so if you see a little smoke, that's what it is. It's not the candle. So let's dive into this because I am super curious of what is going on here. Like, there's nothing but fire on this board. Fire, fire, fire. You're an air sign. So who are these people? You know, the question of the day is, are you embodying this fire energy, or are these people like hijacking your read? I'm not sure what's going on. We're gonna have to dive into it. So the first one that popped out of the pile, well, actually they came out together, and there's a definite story here that's needing to be told. So this is the king. I'm sorry for the glare, you guys. I don't know if you can really, let's see, am I getting it? So this is the King of Wands. This is the king, y'all. And this is a very influential king. He is very action-oriented, very loving, very charismatic. People love him. This energy is very much a take charge kind of king. Very generous, also very loving kind of king. And then we have, I'll talk about the middle ones here. And then we have the queen. This is a set, you guys. Who are these people? Like, you're an air sign, so are you embodying along with someone else? Is this a match? Is this a soulmate story that we're looking at right now? Are you embodying the king or the queen? The queen is also, this is more fire. She's very charismatic as well. She loves music. She loves nature. But there's nothing that she can't handle. She's a very prominent queen, well respected and well loved by her subjects. And here we have the king and the queen on the board. But wait, there's more. So it looks like somebody is getting ready. This is the Eight of Wands, and in this deck, the Eight of Wands speaks of taking a great undertaking. Like, there's something huge, or a project, or something that you deem to be of importance. Some great undertaking, some great project, or maybe not even a project. It's more like something you consider to be very important. There you go. And with the Eight of Wands, this is the beginning of that undertaking. Okay, and so someone is in the beginning stages of some great adventure or a great relationship. There is something going on, because you know what? In the middle of the king and the queen and this great undertaking is the judgment. And judgment is, speaking of resurrection, a second chance. So for some of you guys, it could be that there is a relationship that is resurrecting, or there is a relationship coming together, and there's been a judgment made on that by the divine. This is a major arcana. This is the divine working with you guys. Some of you may be in the King of Wands energy, and you are taking up a big project. maybe at work, or maybe you're doing something. I'm kind of hearing like in home. Maybe you are building a home or fixing a home, renovating a home, remodeling something that is calling for this King of Wand energy to come about. And it's a huge one, whatever it is. We'll have to figure out what is going on. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So this is talking about, so there's this judgment being made for this project. Is definitely, what I would say is definitely ordained, and it's looking like, I want to get just a second. I want to look at something really quick. Yeah. So some of you might be feeling like this great undertaking is maybe a little too burdensome for you. It's a lot. It's a lot going on with this undertaking, and you're feeling a little bit burdened by it. Or it could be that for some of you, there's a relationship that is come on, that's a little bit heavy, maybe a little too intense. You got a lot of fire here. Could be intense. I mean, even this is a fire. The Ten of Wands, fire. The Queen of Wands, fire. The King of Wands, fire. And this is fire energy, so we know it's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. But we have Judgment in the middle of all this. So we're gonna have to find out what's going on, you guys. What is happening? What's going on with Gemini? Who are these people, and why are they in Gemini's read, taking over? Who is the King of Wands? Let me just clarify the clue. King of Wands. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. So we have the Page of Wands clarifying. This is a lot of fire, you guys. Clarifying the King of Wands along with the Eight of Cups, needing to dive deep. So this is something that in this King of Wands energy is needing to dive deep into, to introspect, to think, and this has to do with, it's about the emotions, about how you're feeling about this, maybe this connection. There's a connection with the Queen of Wands. Think about how you feel about this endeavor that you're about to take up. There's definitely some need for introspecting. There's definitely some need for regarding this undertaking, and regarding this, and maybe figuring out why we feel burdened by this. What's going on here. Let me see here. I'm gonna look at the page really quick and see if there's any more details about the page. This is, also could have to do with, so this could be another person in the mix somewhere, a young person. This is the Page of Wands. She's very creative, she's witty, and this also could be a message. It could be a child, it could be a younger person, it could be, and since she's clarifying the king, maybe a relative, or maybe this is the king is really having to think about this young fire sign, this young person embodying a fire sign, embodying the Page energy. There's some introspection needed. Maybe this is a daughter, or maybe someone a few years younger than this king energy. But there's something. Something going on here. We're going to find out what it is. You know, the page also speaks of, oops, we didn't do that. Also speaks of needing to take action. So there's some action that, for some of you guys, that needs to be taken. But search yourself, search your soul, search your mind and your emotions, and see how you're feeling about what's happening over here. So okay, let's jump ahead. Let's keep going. Let's figure out, okay, so let's do the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here for Gemini? Why? Whoa, it's a lot of cards. Try again. Why is the Eight of Wands here for Gemini? Why is the Eight of Wands here for Gemini? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Okay, so what we got going on? Okay, so we have the World card showing up, and it looks like this project or whatever, this great endeavor that you're about to undertake, whether it's relationship, business, I think by hearing, you probably know what you're about to get into. It's going to be a success and a completion. However, someone is going to be feeling, there's going to be some conflict within there. There's going to be a little, some petty conflict. And someone is going to be feeling left out in the cold, or by this endeavor, by what you're doing. For some of you guys, someone's going to be feeling left out, or because of your success. Someone's going to be feeling left out because of, you know, sometimes, you know, for some of you, you can't take everyone with you, and this might bring up some conflict, you know, with other people. And they're going to be, the reason there's conflict is because they're feeling a little bit left out, perhaps. So let's take a look at yeah, just make sure that you're doing the best that you can towards everyone, but you're still taking care of yourself. You know, make sure that you're sending out good energy while you're doing your projects. Make sure that, you know, when you step, you don't tread on anyone. But yeah, this is someone, this is some conflict coming up, some discord, and this person that you're having discord with, they're feeling left out, and it's their reasoning or reason for, you know, this conflict, and it could be more than one person, because it is the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles here. And someone could be feeling left out financially, maybe. So, okay, so let's look at Judgment. Why is Judgment here? Why is Judgment here? Okay. 2 cards filled out. Well, so regardless of, you know, the conflict that's happened. See, I think this is what they're saying, is that there's a judgment being made. It's a judgment being made because, you know, this energy needs help. This is, this energy, yeah, is calling for some intervention. Because you have the Sun card and you have the Five of Wands, and Five of Wands, again, conflict. But this is the kind of conflict. So you have the Five of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. You know, there's definitely, you know, and 5 also constitutes change as well. needing to change, something needing to change. And it could be maybe you need to change the company you keep. Maybe it's a change that needs to happen within you. And because we do have the Eight of Cups, you know, needing to dive deep for some of you guys, some of you Geminis, you need to like look deep within, because it could be a conflict within. This is the Five of Swords is about, you know, the mind, you know, there's conflict, you know, and thinking something, you know, you're conflicted about something. And we have the Five of Wands, which it's basically just little petty things adding up. You know, it could be, you know, for the King and Queen, it could be little petty arguments adding up, you know, to making someone feel left out or left behind even. There's definitely a conflict. And with the Page, there's some action that needs to be taken. And for some of you guys, this is a, you know, I hate to say this, but a third party situation where there's a younger fire sign or a younger person, feminine energy, in the middle of the King and Queen of Wands. Okay, so for the Queen of Wands, so we have the Seven of Wands here, which is basically speaking about needing to take a stand, defending what you believe in. You know, there's competition, there's some type of strife, but you know, you needed to have the courage to face that. And with that being said as well, also, you know, making sure that you're powering up and getting rest. You know, don't let, this is the Four of Swords. It tells me that, you know, you need rest and you're needing to get some sleep, and you need to take a break, but still, you know, so that you can have the energy to stand up for what you believe in and stand up for what's right. You know, in other decks, you know, the Seven of Wands is saying like, oh, you know, like in the Rider Waite, it's saying, you know, you're right for standing up for whatever this is. And, you know, for some of you guys, I'm looking at this and I'm kind of going, you know, this is very well could be a family dynamic, because you have the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. And it looks like, you know, it could be the mother and father are, I'm sorry, the daughter and father are maybe teaming up against the mom, you know, or she's feeling like, you know, there's she's feeling left out of this, you know, all through this connection. For others, this could be a third party situation where you have the King and Queen, but somebody is in the way, causing conflict, making the Queen feel left out, because, you know, these two are on this side and the Queen is on this side of judgment, and these two are on the other side of judgment. But there is a, you know, a completion of sorts. You know, this, for others of you, just a moment, I want to look at these cards a little more. There's definitely a judgment, you know, and these conflict, you know, the Queen could be feeling like, or, you know, or the King could be feeling like there's something in the way of their complete happiness. Like there's been a judgment made, someone's made a judgment, or there is a judgment made regarding this connection between the King and Queen. But there's, you know, petty little, maybe petty arguments or petty something that's really not conducive of a really good relationship, that's kind of getting away. Somebody's overthinking as well. You know, there's the Five of Swords, and these are thoughts that are coming in. So maybe somebody's overthinking it. You know, and maybe, yeah, maybe someone's overthinking, but someone's definitely feeling left out of this connection. But it's it looks like it's more of a feeling, you know, like, well, it's more of a, like thoughts, you know, maybe fear of being left, you know, left in the cold. But someone's really needing to get some rest here. Okay, so let's go. Let's get the rest of this story. Whoa, not gonna take those yet. Let's get the rest of this story for the Ten of Wands. Why? And see, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I'm looking at the Ten of Wands here, and if this is like a third party, of course it's going to be a burden to all three parties actually, but especially the Queen, especially the Queen of Wands, the feminine energy. And the energy could be vice versa. I mean, it could be the Queen of Wands that is, you know, the feminine energy that's have a third party situation, and maybe the father and daughter are siding against the mom. But whatever this conflict is, and it just could be that the king needs to take action towards his queen. But there's definitely some conflict here, and it's, you know, all in a row. Look at this. Five of Swords conflict, Five of Wands conflict, Seven of Wands conflict, and these are actions. This is thoughts. So these are actions being taken. The conflict is definitely like something that's in real time. This is something that is happening, that may happen, or you know, that is about to happen. You know, and this is a general read, so some of this may not resonate with all of you, but just take what resonates. But there's definitely a lot of good that could come out of this. You know, there's choices and options. Everybody has a choice. Someone needs to dive deep, though, and pull out the truth, pull out what they know, and not be overtaken by what's happening. You know, standing strong, getting, you know, be enlightened, because this is the Sun card speaks about being enlightened as well. Enlightened, and it could be, you know, enlightenment coming because of the conflict. Sometimes, you know, things happen so that we can pull ourselves out of certain situations or see certain situations for what they are and become enlightened, and, you know, go on our path of you know, finding joy and happiness. Yeah, this is a big task. This is going to be completed. You know, the Eight of Wands also talks about, you know, taking it on an endeavor that's going to be rewarding in the end. So anyways, let's take a look at this. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Why the Ten of Wands on the board for Gemini? I said, whoa, okay. Oh no. Ten of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, why is the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? King of Pentacles here. And we have another person. Who are these people? So now we have, you know, with this heavy burden, there's a King of Pentacles involved. And this could be in the energy that you're shifting through, Gemini. It could be this is a different person, you know, the male energy. This is a very stable king, very generous, the kind of that will give you the shirt off their backs. And then we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is all about truth. He's also known as a brave hero, but he does kind of rush headlong into, well, conflict. So is this somebody's brother? Or is this somebody's lover that's wanting to come in and rescue? And this is air. This is the first, you know, let's see, second. This is the second, only the second air that's on the table. Oh no, third. Okay. So yeah, he's wanting to come in and, you know, which is really funny because, you know, he defends his beliefs, but so is the Seven of Wands saying to do the same thing, defend your beliefs. This is discernment. He doesn't like disimbalance. So he definitely is rushing to tell people his point of view, and what he thinks. And you know, Gemini, you could have this fire in your chart. This could symbolize just the fire that's within you as well, for some of you. Oh, let's see. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Let's take a look at him. Why is the King of... Whoa, okay. Oh, the Star. So the King of Pentacles is being clarified by the Star. Hopes and dreams. Reigniting hopes and dreams. Some kind of wish fulfillment, so to speak. Let's see. Yeah, it's maybe, you know, at some point, you know, there was someone who was losing hope, and they were losing faith in the future. But this is speaking of getting it back, you know, getting it back, and perhaps the King of you know, you're going to get some encouragement from, you know, this earth energy. This is earth. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. He's going to bring some type of message, maybe, you know, of encouragement, or someone you're learning from. Maybe it's going to be a teacher or a pastor, or someone's going to bring in some encouraging words. And the Star, you know, this is also speaking of, you know, finding your balance within you, you know, like diving deep within you during this time, you know. There we are. Finding your serenity, finding your peace regardless. Doing some self-care, caring for yourself during conflict. And you know what? You should always make sure you take extra care of yourself when you're in the middle of conflict. No matter what it is, if it's small or big. This is also a card of Aquarian. Okay, so why is the Knight of Swords here? What is the Knight of Swords here? Okay, so it's clarified by the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands talks about being vigilant, you know, keeping your strength, being, you know, prepared for things that could to happen, but regaining your core power again. You know, doing with that star energy. Okay, so let's see, what is the outcome for Gemini in all of this? What is the outcome? Whoa. Let me get one more card. Okay. Well, geez. Okay, I'll just take all of them. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try to put this all together, okay? Whew. Gemini. Okay, so it looks like the first card that fell from the deck was the Ten of Swords. And that's basically just, you know, your inner self, just feeling someone. It doesn't have to be you. It could be, you know, different energy, you know, altogether in this equation. But someone's feeling betrayed, you know, worst nightmare. This is like, you know, why me? Why was this happening to me? Or this is someone you know that's very close to you that has their energy. And your energy is, you know, a fire sign, but someone's feeling really, really down and really betrayed. Okay, but okay, let me get this card together because 5 of them fell out together. So, okay, and then this guy fell out last. So, okay, so then we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups next to the Ten of Swords. So now, mind you, Ten of Swords is just how you're feeling, it's what you're thinking. These are your emotions. The Ten of Cups, though, speaks of wish fulfillment, and, you know, attaining that. It's not just wish fulfillment, but it's attaining that wish fulfillment. It's family, it's, you know, happiness, and, you know, to like a very high extent. So that is attainable. You know, coming out of this, whatever this is, you know, this is, you know, this is what's being granted. You know, finally, you know, you're finally getting, you know, to embrace this serenity, this happiness, this, you know, this all-encompassing emotional contentment. This is where you're heading. So, and you have the Ace of Cups. Dun-dun. So the Ace of Cups is love overflowing. Ten of Cups, love overflowing, peace, serenity, family, wish fulfillment, really coming through, pulling through. It looks a little tough, a little dodgy in here. I mean, it's not all bad, you know, but it's a little dodgy. You know, there's a little conflicts, a little petty arguments, you know. There could be a third-party situation for some of you, but the outcome, Ten of Cups, overflowing love. You know, keep up your strength. You know, keep up, see the nine of Wands. Be vigilant, keep up your strength. Take care of yourself. Self-care. Because you're going to make it, you know, you're going to pull through all of this. You know, whether this happened already, is happening now, or will happen in the future. Remember, keep up your strength. You're going to get, you know, your wish fulfillment. Ace of Wands, boom, you know, new beginning. So you have two aces in your outcome. Two aces. New beginning in love, overflowing love, wish fulfillment, being able to attain the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, complete happiness. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, you know, that is the new beginning, creativity. You're feeling vibrant. You're going to be feeling vibrant. You're going to be feeling alive. Yeah, total excitement. Yeah, just take the challenge with courage, because you're gonna come out this well. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, and this could have to do with some, you know, some kind of money, some kind of, well, I'm kind of hearing inheritance. I don't know why, but stay strong. And this one could be delivering to you a very well-wanted message. You might be receiving a message that's going to help boost your confidence, you know, and this also could be another person. Both the Knights, the Kings, can also be people, you know, in this equation. But this Knight knows what he wants. He's a little slow moving. People joke about him in tarot, like he's like the running joke, you know, because he's just kind of slow moving, but he's definitely someone you can depend on. You know, someone who knows what he wants, is steady, you know, still slow and steady wins a race. And they said that when he reaches his goal, he strikes it with all his heart. So it's like with all his force, with all his heart. When he goes for it, he goes for it. So let's get some more. Let's pull an oracle card for you guys. Oh, that just kind of fell out. Let's shuffle. Gemini. Let's shuffle for Gemini. Check in. Advice for Gemini. Any more advice? Let's see. For Gemini. Oh, okay, that's too many. But there is a man with a heart. So this could be very well. Whoa. Okay, couple of things. Wow. Okay. All right, so here we are. So you have the man with the heart, and a man holding a heart. You know, this is a person that is not wearing his heart on his sleeves, but stepping on his pants legs. This is a man in love. If you are the masculine, this could represent you and your heart, and try and decide where to put it, who to give it to, or should you just hold on to it to yourself. And if you're feminine watching this, this is you know, what's coming towards you. Yeah, what's coming towards you in this great endeavor through all of this. And if you're single and not in you know, in a third party situation, or not married, this could very well represent your masculine. This could represent your masculine coming towards you with his heart in his hands, though, not on his sleeves. So that means he's a thinker, but he's definitely wanting to have a relationship, wanting to have something solid, like the Knight of Pentacles is a solid kind of dude, you know. The King of Pentacles is definitely a solid kind of dude. Then we have the 5th chakra, and that has to do with your speaking. It's the throat chakra. You know, saying your truth, being truthful, you know, standing up for, maybe perhaps speaking up, standing up for what's right, speaking your truth, whatever, you know, as far as the conflict is concerned, or even just saying, you know, what's on your mind, what's on your, well, look, 6th chakra, and that's the, that is the, oh, why am I lost of words now? It's the mind's eye. I cannot think of it right now. But it's the 6th chakra. It's your intuition. You know, it's your other earthliness. Use your intuition, you know, and cultivate your intuition. Make sure you find a balance, you know, but cultivate your intuition and really practice it and listen to it in this situation. So, let's see. I'm going to pull a goddess card for you. Goddess card for Gemini. Oh, what do we have for Gemini? Goddess cards want to speak to Gemini. Here we have Ogna. Easy does it. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Bam. Bam. There you go. Everything's happening in the way it should. And sometimes those things don't always feel good, but it's for, you know, for the better. Change, and because we had a lot of 5s, or change isn't always easy to accept, but it's sometimes necessary to accept. So with that being said, let's pull some dates. Here are months and months and numbers. First, if you can pull some months and numbers, I'm going to pull 4 for you. I'm going to close my eyes so I don't like see anything, and I'm going to pull 4. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm gonna put this over here, and I'm gonna put this back in the cup. All right, let's see what we got going on here. 16. We have February. We have May. And wow, a lot of months here. So keep your eyes out for these months. So we got January. We have the month of February. Maybe significant to you. We have the month of May. Okay. If you're looking at dates, January 16th, Earth energy, Capricorn. We have May 16th, Earth energy, Taurus, which is very interesting, you guys. And we have February 16th, which is Aquarius energy. But it doesn't have to be a birth date. It could be an event. So keep those in mind. May 16th. Let's look at this. January 16th, February 16th, and May 16th. Yeah. I don't know if you can. There you go. There you go. So just keep your eyes out. These could be significant dates. All right, you guys, Geminis, it was a pleasure. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, rest of your day, and rest of your evening. Bye-bye now.